Three, two, one. What is going, guys? My name's Alex TPL, here with the bitch Goblin 123 and your crush, otherwise known as Sawyer and
Cool.
Cole.
Cole.
We know each other so well.
Yeah.
Hey guys, today it's gonna be a more chill, laid-back podcast type of deal. We're gonna be talking about the current standings in the esports meta of League of Legends, the meta in general, and our viewpoints, what we think of patch 9.16, and more, and so forth. To start off, I'm going to start with Bitch Goblin, Sawyer. And
Yep.
I'm going to ask you
Alright.
what you think of the current support meta. Because right now, in my
Alright.
opinion, the top 3 supports going into patch 9.16 are Morgana, Lux, and Yumi.
Alright. Well, as far as the supports go, I agree that Lux and Morgana are they're both very good and common bans in the game right now.
We've also seen Morgana play and Lux played a lot in the pro play as well.
Yeah, of course, I don't keep track with the pro play as much. That's more on you. But as far as the standings of where am I going with this? The standings of Morgana and Lux go. They are
They're in good places.
they are yes, they are in good places. I'm sorry, I'm trying to
He's trying to think
do
and
multiple
think at
things
the
at
same
once.
time, and it's hard.
Yeah, it's very hard to think at the same time. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I've got this.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
So, Yumi, on the other hand, of course, as Yumi main, I think that she's in a pretty good spot, and that she's capable of doing great things with others. With good communication comes a better gameplay, but solo Yumi means nothing because you don't have that good communication.
With Yumi.
No. And of course, the healing, it will help, but you can't just do it alone. Like, I cannot go into a solo queued game and play Yumi. I just can't do it.
Whereas if you play Lux or Morgana, not even Morgana, let's keep this to Lux right now. If you play Lux in solo queue, you can carry 1v9. I'm going to be completely honest. Her binding is really good. Her ult does a lot of damage if she scales off of AP, if she goes off of full AP. If you play her support, you're not supposed to go full AP, obviously. But in lower elos, that's where I am. I'm in more of the lower elo.
Absolutely. Me too.
She can carry hard. Now,
Yeah.
up in the higher echelon of competitive ladder, I know that she isn't as good. Morgana is much better, but still. Now, I'm going to talk about the current esports standings right now. Right now, if you look over here, you'll see CLG beat Optic, TSM lost to Clutch Gaming, and we're going to go into the semifinals. Because quarterfinals are old news, let's just be fair here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off by talking about the Cloud9 CLG games. Honestly, it was a bit of a slaughterhouse. Cloud9 took CLG to the slaughterhouse and they cooked them up a new one. They ripped them a new asshole, if I'm being completely honest. Now I am biased. I am a Cloud9 fan, but what they did to them in games 1 and 2, and to a certain degree, game 3, was just disgusting. They showed why they are a top tier team, and they made it obvious. Games 1 and 2 were a slaughterhouse. Game 3 was almost a shutout until Cloud9 made some stupid moves, got picked way too often during the mid to late game, and then they lost. Game 4 was a different story though. riding up the momentum of the win of Game 3, CLG made Game 4 a fight to remember. That game went to, I think, 40 minutes or above, and they made it a good game. It came down to a team fight around Elder Dragon, and it was super close. Now, in the end, though, Cloud9 did win. Cloud9 advances to the finals. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, Team Liquid almost lost to Clutch Gaming, bringing it all the way to Game 5. I didn't watch this one myself, so I can't tell you the specifics, but all I know is Clutch Gaming made it really close. For the third place, I'm taking Clutch Gaming over CLG. I think Clutch is just a stronger team right now. Huni is arguably up to his old form, and it's disgusting, honestly. Huni is an amazing player. Their bot lane is something to be reckoned with, and everything. CLG, they have strong teamfight mechanics, and while they do all right, I just don't think they have what it takes to be Clutch Gaming. Finals: Cloud9 versus Team Liquid. God, that's gonna be a close one. Either way, I'm predicting Game 5. My bias tells me to go towards Cloud9. Past experience tells me to go towards Team Liquid.
I personally, if you ask me, I think that Team Liquid will take it just because of what's happened in the past with Cloud9. That's what I know about. But then again, Cloud9 has been doing exceptionally well this year.
Yeah, they have, but again, so is Team Liquid. I mean, if you saw them at MSI, you know they are a top tier team in the world. They're not
Absolutely.
They're not a force to be reckoned with. On the other side of the spectrum, Cloud9 hasn't missed a Worlds yet. Not in a long time. Even when they don't make finals, they make it to Worlds. This time, however, if I'm not mistaken, they have enough points to go in as the second seed for NA. So they're going to Worlds, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't doubt that they could. I mean,
Team Liquid, however, is just the better team, and I hate to say that, but they're not on Team Liquid's level.
Your bias is killing you.
Team Liquid is the better team. I hate to say it because I am biased towards Cloud9. But
however, I think I would have to take the side of I like to take the side of the underdog. That's just who I am.
I'm taking Team Liquid
especially
3-2.
Yeah, I think it'll be close. It's 5-game series, so I think it'll be a 3-2 game. But I think it could go either way.
And that's just the thing. It's going to go one way or the other, but it's going to be close either way. Or it's going to be a blowout. Or it's going to be Cloud9's not going to show up to the top tier form, and they're going to get blown the fuck out. Because they've done it before. They did it with Echo Fox, they did it with FlyQuest. If they had won those games against the bottom tier teams, they would have tied for first against Team Liquid. But they're through. They were on the top game. That's enough for the esports talk for now. I'm going to talk about the jungle meta right now. Jungle meta is it's in a good spot, honestly. If I'm being completely honest. Right now we have Hecarim doing best. I haven't played Hecarim myself a lot recently.
Hecarim is so good.
He has a 52.9% win rate right now, and he is really good. I play him personally, and I've been running. No, I haven't been running Predator. I've been running Conqueror Hecarim, and I haven't lost a game with him yet.
I mean, it's definitely an option. Personally, I could see something like Fleet Footwork working in that situation.
Right, and yeah.
I could see Fleet Footwork Well, Kane is very good right now as well.
Kane, yes. I'm actually looking right now. Viewers can see on the left side of the screen. The current medalist on Ranked Boost. And right now Kane is doing really well. He has a 51% win rate. Almost as good, but not quite. We have who do we have next? Lee Sin. Yeah, I hate Lee Sin. Hate him. He's not quite as good in the spot, but he still is quite good. Quite good.
Yeah, he's very strong right now. Another one that I think where is Zach on the list?
Zach isn't that good. I'm not gonna lie.
I've had a lot of issues with Zach recently.
Has his pick rate gone up?
I believe so.
He has a 52.6% win rate. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But he's
That doesn't surprise me.
But he's B tier.
He's not. He's. I don't think they did some minor stuff to him, but I'm not quite sure.
He has a 2.8 pick rate, to a 0.34 ban rate. So no one bans him. Zach, what do you think of Zach?
I think that he's pretty good. He's a tanky champion, who has great mobility, and on top of that, he has, yeah. On top of that, he's hard to kill.
Right, especially with his passive that brings him back to life.
Exactly. And especially with champions that don't have high damage pools like Blitzcrank.
Of course, everyone, he's talking from a
support standpoint. Most supports don't have high damage pools or AoE damage to go along with that.
Right.
So if you can get a good AoE, like one thing that I've done is literally just ulting against a Zac as Blitz. To kill all of his things. So if you have a good AoE ability, he's done for in that sense. But if you don't, he can still come back to life, and you have to kill each one individually.
Right, and that's just unfortunate.
It's a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
so we're gonna get around to ADC meta now.
Yeah. You know what? Let's go to ADC meta.
So it's a pretty basic. We're looking at a very pokey ADC meta going on down here. Lots of Draven. He's pretty much top of the list right now, especially since in lower elos people don't know how to counter him.
Yeah. Coming from an ex ADC main, I can vouch for Draven. He's been strong for a while and he hasn't decreased ever. He's one of the best, and he continues to be the best because of his passive, because of the damage output with Bloodthirster and IE. He's just
just an across the map ultimate.
Right, and once you hit his 3-item spike with IE, Rapid Fire, and Bloodthirster, he becomes an unkillable demon god.
Mm-hmm. So basically, the only way to take out Draven is to outpoke him early game, get rid of his CS. Just any way to shut him down and stop him from getting items. If he gets a kill, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call him broken.
But
he's in a good spot if you know how to play him.
I wouldn't call him broken, but I would not call.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not fixed. So right under Draven, I would see Sivir. Sivir's very strong in the current meta. Just because she's an ADC with incredible wave clear and poke potential.
Not to mention she has a shield.
Yes, the shield is also extremely... The one, pretty much Sivir's only downsides are the typical ADC downside, that she's squishy, and lack of mana.
Right.
But yeah, she's here. She's probably here to stay in a pretty good spot.
And she's here to stay.
Yeah. So let's talk anti-meta for a second, because there's a lot of these long-range single targets, with the exception of Sivir. Twitch does a good job of countering just about everything that's very popular and effective right now.
That is true.
Yes and no.
Yes, I've seen Twitch. This is going to be a personal anecdote, real quick. Just in recent games, I've seen a Twitch jungle just completely demolish the bot lane, and we were looking at Jinx Lux, which it should be the most annoying combo ever, but Twitch dealt with them, and the game was an easy win. As far as going bot lane Twitch to counter, I don't see it changing up too terribly much. Rather than occasionally dropping into wreck him, he'll just be there the whole time. So I think he's a pretty good
I have to agree, but disagree at the same time. Because while he is a really good champ, he does have typical problems like his mana early game, and he's really easily gankable.
This is true.
Because he has low mobility.
He does, but if it's a clever Twitch player that knows what they're doing, they can use their invisibility, and if the support's good at their job, there's a lot of options basically to prevent ganking and to sneak those kills in.
And I agree. Twitch is a strong pick in the bot lane and jungle.
Yeah.
One pick. I've also seen this banned quite a bit recently. Is of course one of Cole's played champions, which is Vayne.
She is a 1v9 kiting machine at level like 12, 13.
And she's great at killing tanks.
Yes, tank killing is Vayne's specialty, since her passive does % damage based off of maximum health.
Vayne's been strong for a while. This is no surprise to anyone. Vayne is just a good pick in altogether.
Yeah. Kai'Sa too is also pretty much
she's a
top.
She's a great pick. ADC has a lot of great picks right now, and so does support, and so does jungle.
And let's talk about Jhin and Jinx, the gunslingers. Pretty much, I wouldn't say they're as high tier as the marksman, Sivir, and all the others, but I see them a lot. People are
Jhin has great poke
working with them.
with his fourth bullet, and with his W and CC, it makes him a great pick into some of the meta champs like Lucian, if you can play safe.
But then this is all, just disclaimer here, this is all from low elo experience. We are by no means professionals.
Sure.
Just telling you what we see.
Yeah.
So moving on to right now our viewpoints. So of course we're all low elo. That's fairly easy to see.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I think I'm going to name this podcast, Low Elo Podcast.
That sounds like a good name.
I know it'll make it kind of awkward when we climb out of low elo, but
Eventually.
We'll just change the name to the mid elo podcast and the high elo podcast.
Well, it should just be an adaptive name wherever we end up.
There was one thing that I wanted to talk about.
Sure.
The Pantheon rework.
Oh, yes.
The Pantheon rework. Very good.
So, the Pantheon rework, what I've seen already is, of course, the graphical rework is, it looks amazing. The upgrade to his just the graphics. At heart, but in reality, at heart, he sounds. At heart, he still feels like the same champion.
Right.
But in reality, he's so much better.
And they made him much stronger. I like his rework a lot. I think that they fixed a lot of the problems that he was having. But at the same time, I feel like people are taking him everywhere. They're taking AP Pantheon. They're taking Troll Pantheon bot lane. They're taking
which works.
That's the nature of a rework, though. Is as soon as something new happens, everyone's going to go crazy with it to figure out what they can do.
They've got to test it,
At the same time, Pantheon bot lane with a Braum or a Sejuani.
Yep, I've seen it.
But again, against those long range pokey kind of ADCs that are so popular, that sounds like a suicide mission to me.
It does, but if I've seen it work, and I've seen it work well. Pantheon, I believe it's his W that procs multiple times on Braum and Sejuani. It causes for an immediate stun.
Oh, okay.
Not to mention with his own stun. It's a double stun in the bot lane. You can get immediate kill off of that. Couple that with a good jungler, maybe a Hecarim or a Lee Sin with good ganking potential, and you've got a recipe for disaster for the enemy bot lane.
Yeah. Plus, now that his I forget what I believe it's his E. Now that it has a shield, it's like the flurry of spear strikes.
Oh yes,
Now
yes,
that
yes.
now that it has a shield, and I'm not sure if were you able to move around at first, like before the rework.
I'm not sure. I didn't play Pantheon.
Yeah. I feel like he's improved a lot, especially with that shield, and his passive is also. So he feels like the same champion. So I feel like Riot did very good with this rework. It's not like the Mordekaiser rework where they completely scrapped the champion and completely redid it.
Yeah.
But
and I hate doing this. I hate giving props to Riot because Riot is
they did good on this one.
Yeah, and they've been doing much better recently as of late, patching the champions, making them balanced. Then we still have the odd, fucking Hecarim.
The odd Illaoi.
Illaoi's not broken.
Oh, I think she is. That's a different discussion, though.
She's not broken by any means. She's easily counterable, especially into a Kled right now. Kled is very, very strong.
That's true.
Like, I would say Kled is, if not one of the only meta top laner at the moment. He's easily S+ here.
Yeah.
No, while up there, I would also put Illaoi maybe B tier, A tier.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say A tier safe.
Gangplank's up there. Gangplank's super high up there, and S to S+ tier. He has great poke with his Q. He has amazing burst damage with his barrels. Gangplank is by far one of the best out there, along with, of course, Kled. Gnar is up there as well. This is just coming from what I've seen in pro play and what I've seen my high elo friends play, as well as what I've seen in
So now, mid lane.
No, let's go on to because mid lane is very, very easy. Mid lane, Sylas.
Malzahar.
Malzahar? No. What the fuck?
Malzahar is still doing good.
He's doing alright, but you don't see him in meta.
I've been seeing him a lot lately.
This is from low elo standpoint, though. Maybe in low
And
elo
this
we're
is
seeing
the-
him. Maybe in low elo we're seeing Malzahar, but in upper you don't see him. I haven't seen him a lot actually. When are you seeing
Neither
him?
have I.
I've seen him. I don't know what you're talking. Played games against him. I don't know what to say other than that.
I never see Malphite mid. Never.
All right.
Have you seen him either, Flint? Not Flint.
No.
Yeah, Flint, right?
Wait, Malphite? I never said Malphite.
Yeah, you did.
Malzahar.
I said Malzahar.
Malzahar. Oh my god. Okay. Malzahar. I've been seeing him a bit more often. Yes. I thought you were talking about Malphite, and I was so confused. I was like,
No.
yeah. I was like, I've never seen Malphite mid. Malzahar. Yeah, I see him sometimes, but he's not quite meta. He's a solid B to A tier though. So is LeBlanc.
Yeah.
Right now the top tier I would say is Fizz, Talon, and Sylas.
Yasuo.
Yasuo is a great pick too, but he's not quite top tier enough.
He's 48% win rate.
He has a 48% win rate, huh? Zed's up there as well.
Zed has 50% win rate. Yeah.
52%.
That's... Where are you getting this from?
Ranked boost. Solo queue.
Ranked boost?
These are solo queue stats.
Um,
Diana mid. I have seen that a lot, and that's disgusting. Disgusting.
So, hold on. Ranked boost. You're on patch 9.15, I'm pretty sure.
Patch 9.16, I'm looking at it right now.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, Diana mid is also very, very strong. Speaking of, what do you think of the current patch 9.16?
I'm upset.
You're upset. Why?
Because they... now, of course, this is a nerf that Yumi didn't need.
Oh, you're mad about the Yumi nerf.
Yumi got nerfed, but she didn't get nerfed. Like, I could understand if they were too good, it's better than it needs. But there was no reason to nerf that projectile.
And I have to disagree. Yumi was very, very strong, and it was to the point where she was dominating every game she was in.
No, I mean, I can understand why they would nerf the projectile. It's good, but the heal is the main issue.
Yeah. Let me go over to the. Did they even touch her this patch?
They did.
I'm checking right now. I'm looking for her.
She's at the very bottom.
Yumi. Yeah, they
nerfed the projectile.
Yeah, probably projectile.
It's a pretty small nerf,
damage,
but
here's what they said. Yumi's damage is too high for how reliable it is, especially when coupled with other high damage bot lane partners. And it makes sense. You pair her with a Sivir or a Jinx, and it does, what was it, 95 damage at level 2? That's disgusting.
yeah. No, I mean, it's a nerf that, but the thing is the damage with her is, it has to do with how you, it has to do with the fact that she's not a champion that can be played alone. She relies on other people.
It's the same thing with Nami, though, or...
No, I mean, she quite literally relies on your other people.
Sure, but again, she needed that nerf, because she was dominating every game she was in. I believe she had something like... Oh god.
We could nerf so many things about Yumi, but what I'm saying is, once they nerf her, she's going bad.
Say that again real quick?
If they keep nerfing her, because next I know that she's going to be a bad champion.
She's not a bad champion right now. I think right now she's in a very good spot. I don't think they're going to nerf her again.
They will, because that heal is so good. And I know that people will complain about it.
I don't think they're going to nerf her. I think you're fine for now. They buffed LeBlanc from 0.3 ability power scaling to 0.4 ability power scaling, which she needed, to be fair.
I like what they did with Tom Kench.
Let me check.
They nerfed his movement speed by 10. And instead of his shield lasting 3 seconds, it now lasts minimal. But he doesn't need to keep that shield for very long. Skin is very good.
Right. What did you think of the Yumi nerf? Your crush?
Yeah, no, that didn't need to happen. Yumi was good, but she wasn't like that good. It's not like her Q was one-shotting anything.
I mean, did
You
you
know,
see
it's
her
not
pro
like...
play though?
No, I did not.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that's why they nerfed her. It was because of pro play. She was being used.
That's definitely why.
Yeah, they do have to keep an eye out for pro play and things because that's a large part of their revenue, isn't it?
Sure.
They have to keep it interesting, or so it's worth maybe sacrificing a little bit in the general game just to keep the pro play interesting and mixed up, you know?
Yeah. What do you think are the broken champions in Low Elo right now? Because obviously Master Yi is up there.
Yeah, always.
Hecarim is up there.
Now, there's two types of broken champions for Low Elo. I'm an expert in Low Elo. There's the kind that are broken when someone who knows what they're doing plays them. And those can be just about anything. Then there's the kind that are just kind of always broken, right?
So always broken, that being Master Yi.
Yeah, probably, definitely Master Yi. Again, this is subjective, but I've never seen an Illaoi game where they didn't feel a little bit crazy.
Sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah. You don't see a lot of Kled in low elos. He's just not a low elo champ.
No, but he's a
Mordekaiser
champion in general, though.
Mordekaiser is very, very... Yeah, he's overpowered low elo for sure.
Fizz and Talon are as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fizz is crazy.
For jungle, again, Master Yi and Hecarim.
Would you put Udyr on that list?
No, because I would make it different. No, only because he has such a high skill gap.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because I've seen some really high skill Udyrs, but I've never seen like someone just hop on with Udyr, not know what they're doing, and pop off.
Yeah. I mean, I did that once, but
you know, luck.
Yeah, it was
I got
I had a good team around me.
First game with Tristana, and just nothing except a coach to go for me, and I got an S. So it's all luck.
If you have bot lane, it really depends on your support. If I'm being completely honest. If you have a great support and the enemy team doesn't, you're going to win your lane, no matter how good the enemy AD carry is. For instance, if you have a great pike, that pike is hitting those hooks every time, you're going to win that lane. You have a great Yuumi. That Yuumi is going to keep you alive and keep poking out the enemy AD carry. You're going to win that lane.
So you have a great Nautilus. You're probably going to win that lane. If you've got yourself a pretty semi-decent Malphite, it pretty much won. Morgana, though. Let's talk about Morgana. I think she's definitely on the OP side.
On the support side, I would have to agree. Morgana is, in low elo, broken if you have a good Morgana. Her root lasts forever at long distance. And just in general, it's really fucking good. But I think that's going to do it for this podcast. Any closing thoughts, everyone?
No.
No, your crush?
No, that's all I have to say about that.
Alright, boys. Well, that was in This Is Now, and this is the Low Elo Podcast. My name's been Atlas TPL. His name's been Bitch Goblin. And his name is
I've been Flint. Or Flint.
Or Flint. Guys, that's us signing off.